Hello, and this is Jose Rocha at the movies. Once more, we're not in the movies. We're in this corner right here. This corner. Right. This house is so old, and oh god, I better not hit that thing because this is an old house, you know. And today we're going to be looking at something something different. It's not from a videotape. So far in this series, I've been showing stuff that's on videotapes, but this time we're not going to show you something that's in videotape. In fact, this is not in any format at all. This is The Fox and the Crow. Now, if you don't know what The Fox and the Crow is, well, I'll just give you a little history. Now, The Fox and the Crow were actually these two cartoon characters created by Looney Tunes director Frank Tashlin, also known as Tish Tash and Frank Tash, I don't know. And they were created for the Colombian cartoon series Color Raspin and Son, and then they later on got their own spin-off series, The Fox and the Crow cartoons. Now, The Fox and the Crow are actually based upon the Aesop's fable, The Fox and the Grapes. And actually, Frank Tashlin created a very funny cartoon that was actually mostly about the fox getting the grapes. This cartoon was so great, this inspired another Looney Tunes director, Chuck Jones, to create his Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote series. Now, with a history like that, you might think they might have something worth memory. Unfortunately, many people don't seem to remember these characters. Not like Mickey Mouse or Bugs Bunny or all those characters. In fact, they almost came up into an obscurity. In fact, a lot of their cartoons are not known to be put on DVD, or let alone VHS. In fact, half of these cartoons that I'm going to show you are actually on someone's recording system, or maybe the actual film reels. However, The Fox and the Crow did happen to appear on TV once again in a little TV show that Columbia created, which was now known as Sony, called the Totally Tuned In series, where it was a cartoon series that, well, actually just showed the original Colombian shorts. It was actually kind of refreshing to actually see the old Colombian shorts once again, especially since they were actually gone for decades. Unfortunately, this show didn't last on the air too long. In fact, the show was moved to several channel by channel throughout the years. In fact, the last channel that it appeared on was on Antenna TV, and even then, the show only gradually got successful. And during the run of this series, Antenna TV actually took the show off the air. And ever since then, we haven't seen any existence of the show. And today we'll be looking at one of their cartoons, actually one of the first cartoons that I saw in their series, Plenty Below Zero. Now we begin our cartoon here in the, I think it's the North Pole or something? I don't know, maybe it's somewhere where it gets snow. Where we see our crow all frozen up and out of food. But who comes here is old good old Fox himself, carrying some food in the back. Of course, this turns out that the crow finally gets the bag of food, and the fox disagrees. So he climbs up the tree and gets the food.
Humiliating. That's what it is. Humiliating.
You know, don't you hate it when people take your food without asking or anything? Not even for sharing? Oh, mine! I got your sandwich, Jose. I tripped. Oh, but I still got your sandwich. Ah, Leroy, why did you take my sandwich? Bring back my sandwich. Leroy. I'm sorry about that, people, but Leroy takes my sandwich. Huh? I still got this cake. Ah, the cake. Hey, people, I didn't lose this cake. I've been saving it since. Oh, a cake, huh? How lovely. It's mine. No, Leroy, get that bad cake back. No, mine. Mine. Get. No. No. Oh, I'll get some food. Oh, I gotta get some food. Food. Where's the food? The fridge. Food. Food. Where's the fridge? The fridge. Food. 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 The fridge. The fridge. Food. Food. Let's see. What does Leroy never get? What can I get? What can I have? Huh? I will have this carrot. This carrot. Yes. Leroy will never get a carrot. And it's a big carrot too. I got a carrot. Ha ha. A carrot. Leroy never gets a carrot. Oh, finally. Ah. Carrot. Oh. Maybe so. Oh, a carrot, huh? Mine. You didn't think I can eat a carrot, did you? Uh-uh. Leroy! So after all, the crow stealing all the food, the fox finally has his little picnic. Unfortunately, it doesn't turn out that well. Of course, the crow does manage to get to ruin our dynamite scene. And well, the food's all gone, so the crow decides to, for some reason, invite the fox for dinner. Yes, after all the time stealing my food, I decided to go in your house and eat some of yours. And it's nothing but a bunch of acorns and dried up leaves. I don't know. And the cartoon ends with them eating the dried up leaves and acorns. And that's it for this cartoon. You know, looking at this cartoon back, it's actually kind of sad to see that these two guys just pretty much disappeared. Now, the fox and the crow actually did appear throughout the years. In fact, they had a long history from 1941 throughout 1950. Although they actually pretty much lasted for that time. As a matter of fact, two of their cartoons actually won Academy Awards. Unfortunately, they were part of the UPA series. Now, I'm not saying that the UPA cartoons are bad, it's just that, well, the Fox and the Crow cartoons in the UPA series, I want to consider them to be, well, the Fox and the Crow cartoons, because, well, they're actually kind of completely different from the original shorts. In fact, one short that actually comes close to becoming the Fox and the Crow series was their last short. Unfortunately, that cartoon did not win the Academy Award, which is actually kind of sad considering that was actually their final cartoon they made. As a matter of fact, it was pretty much the last of their existence. Ever since that last short, we haven't really heard from the Fox and the Crow. I mean, sure, yes, we actually did have a few comic books before they completely retired, but the comic books didn't really quite, well, made it that well. But they actually pretty much lasted for a little longer, actually lasted into the 50s and even throughout the 60s. However, according to Wikipedia, the Fox and the Crow was supposed to make a cameo in the Who Framed Roger Rabbit movie. But unfortunately, for unknown reasons, they never appeared in the movie. Gosh. In fact, I'm not making that up. They don't know why they didn't appear in the movie. I don't know if it was some licensing scenes with Columbia or something, but they pretty much didn't. Which is actually kind of sad considering they might have been a great fit in the movie. I mean, sure, they might have not appeared in the movie that well. I mean, there might be a second, but at least we might at least get to see them in the movie. In fact, after decades. And ever since then, there was no trace of the Fox and the Crow. Ever. I mean, there are a few DeviantArt pictures on DeviantArt, but they're just fan art. But hopefully someday Columbia or Screen Gems or Sony or whoever owns that company might actually look at these cartoons and might, I don't know, release the shorts again in television or something. Or might make new shorts. I mean, thinking about it, I mean, I think Sony needs at least put these two characters in. I mean, half of the cartoons are pretty much on public domain and everything. And, I don't know, maybe someday, hopefully, if Sony or whoever it is might look at these cartoons and might think about these two characters and might even use them. I mean, Sony's movies nowadays, they haven't been quite, well, you know, that successful. I mean, they have like a few, except for the Smurfs. Ugh. But hopefully someday they might think about, I don't know, putting these two characters back. I mean, they already put like Charlie Brown back in the big screen, and that was successful. And pretty soon they're gonna put Popeye in, which I'm actually kind of curious about that movie. And maybe if they put those two characters in, I mean, we haven't seen Charlie Brown in a while. Well, we haven't seen Charlie Brown, but Popeye, whew, it's been a long time we haven't seen old Popeye. Maybe we might get a chance to see old Fox and the Crow again in the big screen or something. Or for that matter, make new shorts out of them. Well, until then, see you in the next Jose Rocha at the Movies. Now, Leroy, can you give me back my sandwich?